partner loves the scent. At last, my cat likes the scent. My cat actually lets me pet him more after the shower rather than the regular brands I was using.
Yeah.
See,
Oh god, this is
where
such an
counter.
ad. All right. Have
Yeah,
you
no,
heard of
that's
this cool new thing called New Coke?
jumps down and slides down the hill. I see shots going above his head.
So she's like, oh, great, on her one day off, you're trying to romance this Pan Am chick. I'm like, honey, it's V, it's not me. Come on.
Brought back some old Catholic school memories, did it?
Oh, man, yeah, you just... Okay, you know the DMV sloth?
I know you're going with this.
Yeah, this guy. You're listening to On the Rewind. Okay, and welcome back to Amherst Island's 101.3 FM On the Rewind, available on Spotify and anywhere else that you listen to podcasts. I'm Adam.
I'm Derek.
We're getting better at that. Anyways, so Derek, how's it going? What's new? I know there is some Red Dead juicy stories going on here, and I have something else I want to ask you, so shoot.
All right. So, I guess we're shooting off with the Red Dead stuff. So my character owns a ranch on it now. We paid it off, which is nice. We only paid it off, I think, like a week or two ago.
That's not bad after the reset.
Yeah, and now we've had not one, not two, but 3 different gangs we've had issues with that we put the issues to rest. We walked this gray area of like, well, the cops are only really in it for themselves, for this game community, right? If you don't have a badge, you're not protected, right? And I've relayed this to my ranch hands, and now they've learned that lesson with the first gang, and it had to be reiterated a second time with the second gang. And the third gang was because someone mouthed off in Saint Denis and called the lady he called her out, but he shouldn't have said it to her face.
I remember this.
And then she sicked the boys on, and now the 4th game, and I can't say the name on air. Because it's very crude and suggestive and would definitely break the rules of radio.
Yeah, especially not in the first couple minutes when they're definitely listening.
Let's just call them the born before marriage boys.
Nice.
It's just if you know, you know.
Fun.
If you know the one word that defines that, there you go.
All right.
But now our one used to be ranch hand, now horse trainer, has gone and I'm being a private eye, I'm being a super sleuth. I'm like, well, the source of your information's selling you out, bud. he's like, yeah, this is where they hang out and stuff like that. And then apparently it's like, then the ranch got attacked and they kidnapped one of ours and said this was because of us ratting them out to the police or the sheriff's department. And I'm like, well, we've kept our mouth shut on regardless of things.
Yeah, because everyone knows they're useless.
Yeah. And you're better off just settling things yourself.
Yeah.
And now, mind you, I'm tired of playing peaceful advocate. And so first, Rooster, who is a person I know, John, I've mentioned him before, he works in security. He actually listens to the show. Hey, John.
Hey, John.
Now, he informs me over at the processing plant, because he's going processing animal feed. I'm riding past him. I check on him. I know he was heading there because I saw the wagon out. And I'm like, I'm just buying animals. And he's like, oh, we need to talk. I'm like, part of me's like, is something, because he has this contract going on in real life that they don't know if they're getting renewed. So I'm like, oh shit, hopefully he's good. Or I'm like, or is this an in-county thing? I don't know. So I just hope he's good either way. So I go buy the animals, I come back, we have a chat, I find out about one of ours doing all this super sleuth stuff. And mind you, this guy's been around for, I think, 2 of the gang's issues we've had. So he should know the lesson.
Yeah. Jeez.
And it's like, we're not a gang, don't get involved in gangs. And now the people that were part of the ranch last year are trying to bait me into going back to the old ways when the ranch was ran by a gang. and so
Uh,
I and so I replicated the outfit from when we were a gang running out of the ranch days. I
yeah.
replicated it from the last year into this reset year, and I had a little situation where it's like people are like, "Well, I can just shoot." And it's like, and I was just kind of like, "Well, look, I'm trying not to go back to our old ways." And then I got told to shut up, and that sometimes killing's good for the soul and all that thing. And I just kind of walked on. He's like, "Hey, don't you walk away!" And I walked away. I changed into the outfit that I murdered the military man in, fought with the alongside with the natives against the army, etc. That exact outfit, I brought that old puppy back out, and now I'm gonna go interrogate our worker when I get a chance and see him next.
Feels like this is the new John Wick plot. I love
But yeah,
it.
no, it's come down to
Don't make
that.
me go back to the old ways.
It's pretty much it. It's like I think it's like
Yeah.
there's a lot for my character to lose by going back to the old ways because the deed of the ranch, and you have to maintain a clean record
Yeah.
to operate the business and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So
I love it.
yeah, but yeah, that's what's happening there. I do want to touch on a bizarre thought before I let it go. We recently had some D&D sessions recently where
Yeah.
things have taken a turn, but before they had a turn, I had an idea, and I still feel like this idea is feasible.
All
You
right.
know, are you familiar with the Freaky Friday concept,
Yeah.
where the two people switch bodies?
Okay. Yeah.
What if Orin and Vicar had a Freaky Friday?
That is funny. Yeah. For context, I play Vicar Talbot. He's a drunk dwarf priest who has always kind of been the thorn in Orin's side, which is, well, you explained him better than I do. I just know he's kind of, I can't even say the words. He's got something in his rear all the time about running this guild of monster hunters, and I'm
Well, he's
always
no
trying to.
longer running it, and he's now become the new slightly more depressing vicar.
Yeah, yeah. Now he's drinking, and I'm always trying to. It's so funny because as soon as I,
Clean up your act, my act falls apart.
well, not even that. I actually wrote the whole year jump to be. I cleaned up my act. I was doing great. Then my wife died, and now I'm doing awful. I'm doing worse, but now I'm not religious. But yeah, then I took an opportunity to try and get the job as guild leader, and yeah, I completely forgot that would mean I am talking way more
Yeah, and
now.
Orin just let you take the reins. He was just like,
Yeah,
you go, a little golf clap for you.
yeah, and I'm like, oh god, all right. I'm usually just in the back, just messing around, but yeah, it's working
Which
out pretty cool.
I'm having fun with it because I'm like, the only reason why Orin was a lead in any sense is because a lot of you were new,
Yeah,
right? And now that you've been playing for a while, I'm more than happy that just like I become the side character that has that's now causing trouble because he's fallen from grace.
yeah, yeah. No, it's turned out to be a really funny side story that I never thought I'd see coming, but I
Yeah.
like it. Actually, the question I wanted to ask you is, you sent me something that
The
as
screenshots from like the old timey cars and stuff.
yeah,
Okay, so the gold rush. So that's the community that the servers are based out of for their GTA custom RP server and their Red Dead, the one that I
yeah,
play on custom server, right?
yeah.
Are you familiar with the GTA Liberty, like the map Liberty, like GTA 3 Liberty?
Yeah, yeah,
The
kind
same
of.
one that was in GTA 4, I believe.
Yeah,
Yeah. So, modding that map back into existence, 1930s, Prohibition era.
Nice.
That server's coming and on its way, and those are some teaser shots.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Cause yeah, I don't know if you know, I played through Mafia 1. I'm playing Mafia 2 right now, and I'm downloading Mafia 3. All
Okay.
definitive editions.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Eh,
I really liked Mafia 2.
yeah, I'm going through it right now. Mafia 3 wasn't awful. It was such a drag sometimes, but
It was in similar theme, but it was a drastic change in tone.
yeah. Yeah.
And the fundamental, like, not even, and you might think it's like, well, you're going from like hardcore Italians to Orleans,
Yeah.
but like you're never. Mafia 2 is very linear, and Mafia 3 came out in a time where let's make all these open world things with all these sub goals that you have to do in order to fill out the check boxes in order to complete the game.
Yeah.
It's kind of like how if you look at like like GTA compared to Saints Row 2, like if you look at those kind of comparative, or even Saints Row 3. I don't know about the newest one. I wouldn't really even bother comparing it to the 4 superhero one, but
No.
like, you remember when you and me were playing 2 at the very least, how we are taking over areas and neighborhoods?
Yeah.
Well, you had that. It's a little, I wouldn't say more complex, just different flavor. Maybe a bit more polished and up to date than what was a 2007 game.
Yeah. Almost it. Yeah. Cuz I have played it before, and it's almost the same when you're taking over an area. It just takes a lot more time.
Yeah. Are you thinking for 3 or for 2 or for Saints Row 2?
Mafia 3.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
just like that's one of those things where it's like the process feels dragged out because we used to have that, like, oh, I wouldn't even call it like that dopamine screen reading kind of like instant gratification, because, well, mind you, this came back out in 2007 where we were using Facebook on desktops. Right? So,
Yeah.
but aside from that, how are you liking the Mafia series?
Oh, I'm loving it. Yeah. I never did play Mafia 1. This is my first time playing it. It was pretty great.
Mm-hmm.
Um just got into Mafia 2 not too long ago. I love the fact that you start every day in your boxer shorts and you have to pick out an outfit for the day. That's kind of cool to me.
Yeah.
Um, and I just killed, spoiler alert. Let that play a bit. Okay,
Yeah,
I
turn that
just
down this time. Last time I was going over the audio to write down the description notes, I heard that. I'm like, oh, okay, that's a little overpowering.
yeah, I know. I'm still kind of mixing that and the sensor beat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I killed Tommy Angelo.
Oh yeah.
That was really surreal to do that
So,
just
correct me
after
if I'm wrong. Is
finishing.
that the prison section?
No,
Okay.
no, because at the end of Mafia 1, you actually see the cutscene that you see in Mafia 2, except you can be wearing whatever you want in Mafia 2. Um, he goes into witness protection, and you find him actually in Oyster Bay.
Okay.
And yeah, you just pull up on
It's
him,
been
and
a
you
long time, and I have not played the definitive editions. I've just played the old ones.
yeah. Oh my God, the difference between Mafia 1 and Mafia 1 Definitive is like night and day. It's
Yeah.
very cool.
But
It
Mafia
almost
2 is
looks
more like just an uplift.
yeah, like it still looks good. It's
Yeah.
just yeah. You could pass playing non-definitive edition for sure. You wouldn't have a problem. But like Mafia 1, it's like
Yeah,
they took it
it's night.
5 generations up.
It's night and day, right? Because that's an old PS2 game.
Yeah. Yeah, like right now, if when you're in Mafia 1, you have the radio playing. If you go into a tunnel now, the radio kind of fizzles a bit.
I think that did that in 2.
Yeah, it's just like the detail that they're putting
Yeah.
into it was amazing.
Also, just to touch on it, the music in those games.
Oh yeah.
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 Like, well, you know me. I listen to modern songs covered in swing.
Yeah.
I love big band and stuff and swing music and stuff like that. So
Oh
music
yeah.
was yeah. That was
It's right
always
up
good to me.
Kayla's alley too. Yeah, no, it's perfect. So yeah, but I'm also gonna play all the DLC no matter what. So
Okay. I don't think I've really touched any of the DLC for anything on those.
for me, not once, not at all. I
Yeah.
didn't even know Mafia 2 had DLC until I looked.
Neither did I.
Yeah, yeah, but you look and there's additional content. There's like 4 DLC. I don't know how big they are, but yeah.
Imagine some of its outfits, but
No, because there's like a greaser pack. There's like
hmm.
outfit packs as well, and car
Okay.
packs. Yeah, the hot rods are pretty sweet, by the way, too. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. Is there speaking of like clothing and stuff, have you seen Opera GX has mods now?
Opera GX. Is that the browser?
Yeah. This feels like an ad.
No. I was just like Opera GX. Why does that sound familiar? Is that the browser that I see?
That's oh god, this is
Oh,
this is
square
such an
counter.
ad. All right. Have
Yeah,
you
no,
heard of
that's
this
funny.
cool new thing called New Coke? The flavor is out of this world. No. Opera GX, it's a gaming browser. You can mess with it to kind of get what you want out of a browser.
Yeah, you
Like
can do all. I know, like we're not being paid. We don't need the the
we
shell that
could be
is
paid
set
Opera.
up.
We could be.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah, I know you can adjust especially for low end computers for
Yeah.
some of our audiences and cast members of the show.
That was good. I was waiting.
um, yeah, that you can adjust how much the CPU, RAM, all the little fancy sliders of doohickeys, if you know your little bit of technical know-how. So you can just like, I'm just gonna run YouTube at just the right amount so I can still do this other program. In my case, so I can play this other game at 1440p, nice graphics, and for my co-host Adam's sake, so he can open Word doc.
Yeah. Yeah, I had to like delay this show a bit because I was moving pictures over. But yeah, and also really cool. My favorite part of it is if you're playing YouTube and you go into another program, it automatically makes a pop-out window.
Oh,
Yeah. Without YouTube Premium or anything like that, it makes a pop-out window that you can also turn half transparent. So you can like be
is
watching.
there a setting to set it always on top?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's always on top. Unless you're running something I think that would like really throttle it. But yeah.
No, I was just thinking. So I'm like, I would like that when I'm doing my in county things.
Exactly. And actually, the whole reason I brought this up is because they've just introduced mods.
Yeah.
So, and it's really cool because their release trailer was a Pimp My Ride, but Pimp My Browser. And it was with the actual guy, I forget, Exhibitioner. Yeah, I forget what the actual guy's name was, but yeah, they did a Pimp My Ride episode, but for Opera GX. And
Yeah,
like,
I'm pulling up their blog now. Oh yeah, I see the guy you're talking about.
yeah, yeah. You can get like a mod that makes your keyboard sound like a mechanical keyboard,
I don't know how to pronounce the guy's name. I see it right here
right?
in front of me. It's like Exhibit.
Yes, thank you, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, exhibition. That's funny. But yeah, you can like everything from browser sounds, keyboard sounds, wallpaper, like you name it, you can
Hmm.
change it. Um,
Yeah,
it's
I'd
funny
probably
right now.
rock the lo-fi.
The lo-fi is pretty sweet, and you can even have like one you can have a shader, or you can even have just lo-fi music kind of always playing in the background. But you can turn it off, obviously, and it
Yeah.
recognizes when audio is playing, but it is pretty cool. I got the Cyber City right now playing.
The Cyberdeck theme.
Yeah, yeah, and there's even a shader called Cyber Psychosis that I'm never going to use in practicality, but it makes it look like the Netflix show. when
Oh
someone's
yeah.
going through cyberpsychosis on your screen. That's kind
Oh,
of cool.
that's cool.
Yeah. Or
Um,
there's a CRT TV shader, and I love that.
oh, that would take us back to the wee old days of the NES and the little duck hunt.
Well, that's the cool part is because I have a website that I can go to and play like all really, really, really old games if I want to. And I put on, I think it
Allegedly.
was, yeah, Mario 64. I put that on there, and I put on the CRT filter. I was like, okay, this kind of looks cool. But yeah, I don't know why. I was moving those pictures over to Drive, and then I was like, oh yeah, I don't know if you know about the mods and stuff and how it's starting to come a long way.
I remember
If
when
they
they
were,
first kind of came out,
oh yeah,
and when it was like I was one like I downloaded, I checked it out, and I just kind of like, but I'm used to Chrome.
yeah, so was I.
I
Yeah,
have not converted.
and I don't use like the feature to make your PC run more smoothly. I just use all the fun stuff that makes it like a little bit more simple.
No, because you
If
got the
they
little engine
were,
that could.
yeah, if they were paying me, I would not say that their mobile app sucks. And that's the only reason I'm saying sucks is because we're censored for the first 55 minutes. Do not get the mobile app. Not worth it. It does have a cool feature if it did work where you can send it to your actual browser on your PC, which is really cool. It's called My Flow. And yeah, if you're looking at something but you want to do it on your PC, you just hit this one button and it's immediately sent there. But yeah, besides that sucks.
So you remember that Road 96?
Yes.
They got a prequel now. Road 96 Mile
No.
Zero.
No way.
Yeah, where it looks like you can see like all their choices and their lives at home growing up.
That is so
It's a
cool.
prequel.
Yeah. I know I've said it multiple times. Anyone listening, just check out 96, Road 96. It's a good afternoon. Yeah. Damn, that's cool. That's really cool. Speaking of just trying things out, I finally downloaded Tubi,
Tubi.
which also could be a sponsor. I don't know why this is the episode where I'm trying to sell things to
Yeah, you're
you.
just trying to shill, and we're not even seeing the
Yeah.
penny.
Yeah, it's funny too because everything I'm and the best part is it's free. But yeah, everything's free that I've been saying. Tubi, it's on Netflix that it's pretty much YouTube for TV and movies.
Okay.
Yeah, like
Now,
all.
oh, I think I know the program. Is it like? Okay, I don't know why I'm thinking when you're saying it double O's, but is it like TUBI?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I think I seen the thumbnail for it.
Oh yeah, it's funny. It somehow I have Paramount Plus, and somehow Tubi has been invented and gotten onto the PS5 way quicker than a multi-million dollar company can.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Can you download the PS4 app onto your PS5?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um. Now, to touch on something before I forget, just because I'll join you on this shill train, if you will.
T-
So, you know, a company has made it, and I mean has made it when you see it in a Canadian Walmart.
oh God, what have you seen?
Because now, mind you, I've seen this on YouTube ads, podcast ads, discount codes thrown all over what Mark Zuckerberg would like to call the metaverse, but it's really just your internet browser.
Yeah.
Um, Dr. Squatch, the bar of soap, the thing that's good for your skin.
Oh, it's actually in Walmart now.
Yeah, yeah. I sent it to the group chat there, a picture of me holding the box, or like my hand holding the box. Yeah, I picked up a couple bars at Walmart for like $9 a pop.
Yeah, that's about what they are, but
Yeah.
that's sick that they're that accessible now.
Yeah, they're no longer like this order online
Yeah.
and only thing, because I was like, that was like the huge deterrent. And then I looked at their prices one time. Mind you, it was their specialty limited edition bars, like their Star Wars or whatever. And I'm like, that's too pricey for soap. I didn't
That's
know they
funny.
had regular fragrances that like were on the cheaper end.
Yeah. Well,
But
yeah, I got the
I'm
Star Wars.
yeah, but I've this is my first week using it. I've used it all this week, and yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's and let me tell you, if we were shilling, you guys would like this a little bit here. Partner loves the scent. It lasts. My cat likes the scent. My cat actually lets me pet him more for the shower rather than the regular brands I was using.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, Kayla actually she bought me a couple bars in the soap saver like
Yeah.
2 years ago. Actually, no, I think
Okay,
it
what's
was
the
three
soap
now.
saver?
The soap saver, it's teak wood. You put it down on your shower so you can put it there so your soap doesn't like stick
All right.
to the side there. It doesn't run off, all that sort of stuff. This is really an ad. Anyways,
Yeah, this is all just one big ad. All we need is for one to have a Manscaped product, and we've hit every
yeah,
checkbox. I feel like at this point.
yeah, but I it's funny because all these things like I quite seriously I've used it for 3 years. I like all the limited edition stuff. Like I got the Jurassic Park bundle. There was a Batman one, which
Yeah,
was really cool.
I remember seeing
Uh,
the Batman, and they had the Joker
yeah,
sets.
it was the Riddler
Riddler.
because you got a special edition box that had a riddle all inside of it, which was really cool. For you to try and figure out what the scent was for the Riddler soap. But
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, I don't know. It's just it feels better than just body wash and stuff like that. And I can't handle though the like extreme grit ones
yeah. The
because
one
like
I
it's
got's got some grit.
yeah like medium grit's pretty cool,
I think it's the
but
one I
I
got.
yeah there's like a cold brew coffee one which is actually coffee grinds
Oh,
and it's like it's good on my arms and like back and everything like that, but
yeah,
everywhere else I'm like, dude, it's
yeah,
going raw, man. I can't.
yeah. No, I was feeling like so like even the medium grit. I always wear jeans, so like
hmm
my legs never really had to toughen up in the way of like the skin
Yeah,
and like I don't know. I've always had like soft skinned arms. My hand,
yeah,
palm of the hams and the knuckles and stuff like that. Yeah, that's all calloused and everything else like that. Just with the work I do. Um, that sounded wrong.
yeah.
I'm blue collar.
how much how
I'm not
much
in the
grit?
street. Medium.
That's
But
funny.
no, I was like even today I'm like, ooh, that's a little sharp on the legs.
Yeah,
But on like the back, it's like I almost wish I, I had someone to like scratch my back with the bar because it was like that
yeah,
right level of grit to just like, oh yeah,
yeah. No, it is pretty cool. Just so we're not totally selling companies all this time, I tried Prime, tried the ice pop one. It sucks.
okay.
So there you
The
go.
red one's
You
good.
okay? Well, hey, we're trying not to sell everything
Yeah,
today.
yeah.
Yeah.
But speaking of trying to sell things, have you seen this Demonologist game?
No.
So
Demonologist or Demio?
Demonologist,
Okay.
it's like a new Phasmo thing, but I feel like this one now, you know Phasmophobia, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Now, Phasmophobia is kind of the first iteration of people attempting that recently, and they also had like the VR aspect of it all, and but it's kind of like it looks like a Unity game,
Yeah.
right? Well, Demonologist is the first one to make a decent like size audience captivate it, and to a similar thing, but so much scarier, and it's done in the Unreal 5 engine.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. And so they have this
Ooh.
thing where it's like they have all these secret rooms and puzzles in it too. And the not just the map. So you're also trying to figure out which ghosts with the clues, but each map has puzzles. Like
I like it.
there's an ongoing riddle that people haven't figured out to get into the daughter's room, and then there is one that if you now you know in Phasmophobia how the photos on the wall are kind of just stock images.
Yeah.
Well, the photos in Demonologist aren't. If you don't know the grandma's name, whose name is inscribed on the one painting on her forehead, or the emotion or whatever, if you don't know that and you go into this one secret room and the door closes and you see a picture of the lady, it's like, who is this? And if you don't know her, and it doesn't have the name on it, so if you don't know the name, you're trapped in that room.
I like that though, because like a
And
lot of
yeah,
Phasmophobia games right now are like there's one new guy, but then there's three people that have done this before that are like, all right, run here, run here, run here, run here, say their name, okay, do this,
yeah.
do this, do this.
And
Now you kind of gotta take your breath and go with it.
there's a painting that has the name Magna on it.
Yeah.
And as you're like trying to get speaking to the spirit box, and if you read that name, the ghost will come out of the painting.
Ooh, I like that.
And there's another event that can happen is there's this dress in a bedroom
Yeah.
that as you approach it, it goes from a mannequin holding up the dress to the lady transforming from the mannequin into the person wearing the dress and then coming at you.
Holy crap! All right.
And the when the ghost kills you, it's a lot more brutal.
Yeah, I know. It's funny. I
Um,
love horror games, but I also hate what they
because
do to me.
it's no longer, oh, you're choking phasmophobia, oh no, help me. It is you're levitated, and it's like full on poltergeist. Knee snap this way, knee snap the other way, arm go click, etc. And then after everything's been broken, you fall flat. But yeah, no, that's the new horror kind of. That's the game everyone's looking at right now for that kind of thing. Well, aside from Resident Evil 4 remake, which
Yeah.
oddly enough is the first new Resident Evil that's a remake that doesn't have remake in the title.
They just done so many they can restart now.
Yeah, I think that's where we're at. And now we're waiting for 5. But here's the thing: is it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. The only thing I hope they do is 5 is when they start bringing co-op into the mix.
That would be kind of neat.
Yeah. So I hope they keep that kind of going forward.
Oh, have I told you anything? Not to derail too much. I just remembered. I don't think I've updated you on the show or in real life about the renos going on.
The renovation?
Yeah.
I know you're looking for you found the wood that you wanted for flooring. I don't know any progress. Have you started putting wood to the floor?
No, so this is all still just kind of prep,
Okay.
but one went to Lowe's to get both vinyl and laminate. Loaded up about 240 square feet of laminate and get to the desk. It's a chick on her phone that like couldn't really be bothered at all. No one else there though at the contractor desk.
Yeah.
I had Cody with me to use the discount. And it was save the tax event too, which is pretty sweet. So it looked like we were going to be getting 15% off. Um, I handed her cash. She miscounted it like 3 times, even using like piles of 5. I was like, all right, man. She messed up royally and ended up giving, by accident, me 17% off. So pretty much the entire back room now of vinyl has been paid for
All right.
completely free. That was pretty sweet.
Congratulations on your 2%.
Yeah, right. Um, the kitchen ceiling. You remember that drop panel we had?
I remember it, but I can't visualize
Yeah, right. Because no one ever looks at the ceiling, and neither did we for 5 years.
it.
And then when Cody was in looking at the flooring, measuring it and everything, he's like, "Can I just pop my head up there?" He did. And he's like, "There's nothing here. There's no reason for this drop ceiling whatsoever." So your boy here, who's for our viewers, I'm not that handy. I'm not that good at stuff. Just stuff in general. Not that talented. I took down the entire floor, entire ceiling, all that. I unwired the light, took out an extension and wired it back into a junction box and told about 50 people. Cause yeah, I'm an electrician now. Holy cow.
I was surprised I didn't get a personal message about this.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it was funny. The only person that actually did get a message was Cody, and it wasn't a message, it was a frantic call because I had touched the wires. It, and he said, "Oh, all you gotta do is shut the light off. It'll be fine." Well, he doesn't know that our house is old and the living room and the kitchen are somehow wired together. So I would touch it with these pliers, sparks would hit, and then my ring alarm system would reset. And I'm like, wait, what? And then I touch it, I look over my shoulder, and I see the living room flicker. I'm like, oh, that's funny. And in my mind, I had let go of the wire. I look back and my hands like clamped. I'm like, oh. So I have to take my other hand and take that off. So I call Cody frantically. I'm like, am I gonna burn the house down? Am I okay?
Just need to turn the breakers off, bud.
Oh yeah, we turned the breakers off to like the whole bottom. Cause I swear to God, in the kitchen, there's like 3 outlets with everything. There's stuff plugged into all of them. Thank God they all light up. So I like open up the fridge to get the light there. I look at the microwave, look at the oven. I'm like, okay, just go down the row. It took us like 6 breakers to turn off everything in that kitchen.
Now, was it 6 to find out which one was the one, or 6 all needed to be off?
No, it's like I made sure that there was not a single thing lit up in this kitchen before I even touched the light. We don't know which one was the light.
Yeah.
I just was not taking any precautions
Do
because
yourself a
they're
favor, because you're a homeowner, and I wish I
yeah.
was. But go ahead, get like one of those like little laminate. Oh, I got to write down that.
Yeah, here I got you. Keep going.
All right, so get one of the. Oh, I had the word for it and it slipped my tongue. The label maker. Get yourself a label maker. Go to your breaker and just play "Honey, which lights are out?" and
Yeah.
and just each one, and then figure out which room is attached to what, and just label it.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna get a plug
So
tester
that
too.
way, like, if you do have to do any renovations with a contractor, it's handy for them. It's handy for you,
Yeah.
and yeah,
Yeah, because I for the front office I actually bought a new light that I'm gonna fix in there, and I'm like, nothing's labeled correctly.
yeah,
Nothing's labeled correctly because there's been so many extensions and all that sort of stuff on this house. So
yeah.
yeah, that's been a real fun.
I
Excuse me,
thought that
fun.
would just that idea for any new homeowners there that are only recently getting into renovations or having to troubleshoot things of your house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's actually the next, like, after everything's done, let's I told Kayla, we'll just like I'll take one half and you run around and then you take the other half and I'll run around and we're gonna try and figure out where each and every plug is and try and get that figured out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And you know where the sign is that you're going to make? You know where that's going? The middle of the
The wall, yeah. Yeah. I
yeah,
gotta I
where
gotta figure out the I forgot how many blinds you had on the side.
blinds.
Like the neon blinds, like the actual blinds.
Oh yeah, it's one blind that they looks through.
No, okay. Well, just let me go ahead and keep on going about the room and stuff like that, and I'll pull up here and I'll get to talking about.
Yeah, so the floral wall or for listeners, redoing my office. I think I talked a bit about it. One side of the room's going to be like a 13-foot desk, live edge and all that. Then there's a bay window to the right of that, but behind the desk is going to be a faux plant-esque wall where you sometimes see them in banks and stuff like that. They're really interesting to me. Um, and I thought, because the only place I could find something that was like relatively cheap, it was going to be like $700 just to buy materials to cover this entire wall. And I'm like, all right, so that's, I better like it, or else I'm up a creek without a paddle, so to say.
Yeah.
And then I went to Lowe's looking at flooring, and I look over and they have rolls of the stuff. Like rolls of it. I bought 4 of them for $200 and I have like way more than I'm going to need. Like it's like perfect too. It's not even like that really bright neon green cheap stuff.
Okay.
It's like the dark green that's going to look amazing. Like it's ivy walls.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's exciting because I thought that was gonna be like let's maybe wait a bit until I feel the need to buy a plant wall, but
Yeah.
yeah, no, that it's going great. Picked up a love seat to make the girlfriend corner, which is kind of cool.
Or you mean our show corner?
That's actually I honestly I thought about that too cuz yeah, now there's literally a love seat in there with the 2 old coffee tables and a nice rug there and
Yeah.
yeah.
Get one of
And,
the grab either your mic or my mic with the mine has the 4 settings for the different
yeah.
directions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, and actually there's an outlet right there. Could set up a
a little
yeah,
a little podcast corner.
yeah. And it is long, so yeah, it would work out pretty well. But yeah,
Get the
it's kind of
webcam
cool.
going, we can do some TikTok.
That's funny. It is also funny because I'm just realizing there's a bay window behind the couch. So it's just like the life of Balvel is going by as people.
We could probably cover that up just so someone doesn't
No.
triangulate you.
Oh, well, yeah, it is funny because it does actually face a
I won't
street
say
sign.
yeah, so
It faces a street sign
yeah,
with a
so you don't
corner.
get
Yeah,
doxxed. We'll hide that.
that is funny.
I think about these
Oh, it would have
things.
been so cool. You know how cool that would have been? Like we're just talking and
Obsessed
all.
fan starts peeking
Yeah,
through the window.
yeah. Or just I was thinking a crackhead, but yeah, yeah.
Uh,
That's that would have been really neat.
all right, so back to the sign. So I'm not talking like I get it's one blind, but you know like the actual
y-
pieces that go from left to right.
yeah. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm just thinking that's a lot of those, and like I can do it. It's just gonna. Uh, I'm gonna have to mess with doing. So I think the approach on it is gonna be so I'm gonna do the white trim around there, set that to be an inch high. I'm
Yeah.
gonna probably have to raise the red to do like an inch and a half, and then, or maybe probably like inch and 3/4, and then like it's all gonna be like within like 1/4 inch layers and stuff like that to get the
Yeah.
different features. But yeah,
Cool.
the one thing I'm not looking forward to is the
Yeah.
painting.
Yeah.
I might just say, "Hey, I did the sign. You paint it."
Oh, honestly, if you want to, that's totally fine.
Yeah,
Because, yeah, I could actually get it painted.
yeah. I don't know. We'll see. It's just one color. I don't know. Color coding it. That's gonna be fine. But like,
Yeah.
just because you have so much like grading effects, like that little bit of that green and that blue on the guy for the shadows and stuff like that, where that kind of
Mm-hmm.
blends and blurs. It's like, ugh. But for the actual carving out, yeah, I'm more than happy to get that going for you. I got an
Cool.
idea on what to do there. I'm gonna kind of color code the
Honestly,
leveling and then see how that turns out. That's gonna be the rough one, and then I'm gonna probably do it on a smaller scale the first time, and then
yeah.
just so I'm not
Oh, if you
using
get
as
a
much
little.
material, and then do a bigger one.
Aw, that'd be really cute to have a mini one.
Well, if you want, if you want the first attempt,
Yeah. If it turns out great, yeah.
all right.
I'm more than happy. Um,
But yeah, that's Doghouse Customs with a K, CNC. You can check that out on Facebook. That's my dad's little CNC little side hobbyist shop that he's running, and I get to mess around with it.
that's pretty sweet. But yeah, no, so I'm pretty excited about that. And it's all coming together slowly but surely.
I actually shilled for something that's relevant. I'm kidding. Oh
No way.
yeah,
Yeah,
I just,
works out well.
yeah. I'm just that's the episode's title right there.
Oh yeah, we're just selling your products all day long,
Yeah,
apparently.
just call it the shilling.
N-
That's
Not
it.
getting paid for a lick of it, by the
No,
way, people.
it's like the unpaid interns of Shilling.
Yeah, yeah, like we're not getting any freaking money from this.
Yeah,
We are looking at getting some ads on the
ads,
show.
but that's a work in progress and stuff like that. And it just kind of gives us a little bit of I don't know,
Helps out the show.
yeah, to where we could
Yeah.
actually get, so like instead of me untangling all of my setup to bring over my studio mic over to his place when we go to record, when we start having the little in his office all made up.
Yeah.
But oh, we should get that on air sign behind us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that's
yeah,
definitely coming
yeah,
down with me. I can't wait for that.
yeah.
Um Ooh, speaking of logos. Well, actually, is there anything else you want to add?
Not a. Oh wait. There is one thing I definitely want to get on the radio section of this.
All right, let's hear it.
All right. So I told you this before. A bit. I'm working on making a bit about just really wholesome jobs Tinder profile.
Yes, 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 yes.
So I'm gonna tag you in for the next episode, but my one for this episode, the pastor's Tinder profile. The reason why I go with pastor, not a priest, because priests, at least in the Roman Catholic, they're not supposed to be married or have those kind of relationships. Pastors, however, are pretty much just a priest that's allowed
Mm-hmm.
to have relationships of that sort. So, first pickup line I could think of, or like the bio, not even pickup line, the bio. It's like heavenly in the streets, hell in the sheets, or vice versa. I don't know. That was kind of the first one there. And now here's the thing: what would you think a pastor would say on if he got declined a date, like he got like the pass?
Oh gosh.
All right. While you're thinking of one, I'll go with my first thought here. I'll pray for you.
That's really funny. I was thinking, yeah, more in lines of like, well, you'll be in my heaven anyways, so that doesn't
Ooh.
matter. Yeah, yeah. See, that's the problem is actually growing up, like being an altar boy and stuff like that. All of mine are awful.
Yeah. Yeah.
All of mine are not set for
Radio.
radio.
Oh, can you
Yeah.
find a way to mix it into the right words? uh, but yeah, no. That's an idea I kind of want to pitch forward. Is we just have that little joke bit there, where we come up with like a mundane like kind of things, little profile.
Yeah, and if I have time, actually, I can make a really quick fake Tinder template.
Yeah, we could do like a little just branching the ideas on the show. So if we actually flesh out this idea and we fill out the pastures thing a bit more, and you do
Yeah.
like the Tinder profile, we could probably turn that into like a TikTok to where it's like got the profile.
Yeah.
Actually, I think this is something we should say for when you get the office, because you know how they always have like there's always like two guys the reaction, but instead
Yeah.
it's you and me reading off like fake messages.
That's really fun.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. And the last little bit of the show today, I want to show you this. Just sent it on there.
Oh, you made a nice little logo for the rural renovations there.
Yeah, yeah. There's a company in Napanee. They do awesome contracting work. Actually, working on my house currently, and they gave me their business card. And I was like, huh, gotta change that real quick.
You're bordering on
So,
Twitter blue though.
yay, that it's I had a different or actually is this the one? No, never mind. I had a different one. This is what was wanted.
Yeah, no, it works. It's clean
Yeah.
looking.
Yeah, and just gonna send those real quick. So yeah, I saw his business card.
Yeah.
I decided to change it a little bit, bring it into the 21st century, and yeah.
Did you add the QR code or something?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. Brand new QR code and all that. Yeah.
That's really nice.
Yeah, so I've been running his social media along with his mom right now, which is kind of funny. But yeah, having a really great time. I think I might look for social media manager jobs because I am having way too much fun with it.
Yeah. Well, hey, if you want to take over managing ours,
Yeah, honestly, because yeah, right now I'm
the
managing
thing
free.
the big thing is just creating for us. We have a little bit of a different one. As you're trying to attract a customer base, we're trying to
Entertain one.
attract a consumer,
Oh, true. Yeah.
right? And so to attract the consumer that we're looking for, we need to make varying content and more content, probably more
Yeah.
often. However, but I'm happy you're having fun with it at the very least.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's kind of the best part is right now it's so much fun just making like small ads for I run one for a gas station as well. Have a great time there. Got this one going on. Got Neon Blinds Media going on. Yeah.
How is the Neon Blinds media like as a whole? I know of it. We're placing this show under the banner of it.
Yeah.
Um and possibly the script I'm working on for an audio drama.
Yeah. I just wait, how is it how?
Oh, the audio drama?
No, how is Neon Blinds is
Oh yeah, like how like if you don't mind indulge me like where like what's the process that you're doing for that, because it's like I understand as a contractor blue collar, I understand as a consumer, but you offer photography, film service, editing, in a sense. What's that like to? Because I know from my experience or from my knowledge, a lot of that platform seeking things is things like Fiverr or I don't know, things where like or like almost like an Etsy shop version of it, to where it's services and goods and commissions.
And we'll answer those questions in the Spotify Extended Edition. This has been on the Rewind, 101.3 FM, Amherst Island Radio, and on Spotify. Anywhere you listen to podcasts, we're probably there.
Welcome back to On the Rewind.
Okay, and back to On the Rewind. This is the extended edition on Spotify and anywhere else you listen to podcasts. Thanks for joining us. Just going to answer Derek's question there. It pretty much... I started Neon Blinds because I started doing so much random, and I can say this now, crap, that
I
that
know
like
you
it
were
was
photographing like during the pandemic and the lockdowns. You were assisting in the fans.
yeah yeah yeah, I just started doing so much random crap that I was like, it's kind of weird. I think the day happened when it was my mom, actually, that someone asked, who did this video for you? Because she's running the gas station that I'm actually the social media manager of. And she goes, oh, it's Adam, he's right over there. And I'm like, it would be just like a lot better just to be like, just slap a logo on it. It looks cleaner.
Have that
It's just
professional
easier.
aspect to it.
Yeah.
Have you
Yeah. And
found
it's
that
just
helped
like,
with the freelance work? Like getting more of it?
yes and probably no, because then it's like, oh, this is a big company, but then it's like, no, a lot of the time when I'm getting jobs, I kind of leave out the fact that I'm Neon Blinds Media until,
You've already gotten the gig?
excuse me. No, until I'm conversing with them. And then I usually have the email signature there. And I pretty much lay it out in the first email. I'm like, hi, by the way, if I'm going to be continuing, I don't slap a logo on everything. It's one of those things where it's just kind of a courtesy.
Okay.
Or you can actually pay for it to like completely not be Neon Blinds whatsoever, but that's a whole different legal thing. But
I get that aspect of the gray area there. It's just kind of sometimes like, not they want the image of this was all just one.
yeah, it was
thing.
all in house. Yeah. So
very
yeah,
NDA
and that's fine.
and stuff like that. Now you don't have to tell me what. Have you had those?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I have. I've had one that was pretty much it. They weren't exactly up front about that. And then by the final edit, I thought I was kind of washing my hands of it. And they go, oh, by the way, don't post about this at all. And can you please take this logo off? I'm like, oh. So there's no promo out of this for me. This has been quite literally just a paycheck. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. But yeah, so pretty much it was born out of the fact that I needed to kind of encompass all the random media stuff that I do under one banner and kind of just have something that people could look towards to be like, oh, that's it's continuity, kind of familiarity, kind of all wrapped up into one, really.
All right. I don't know why I had this intrusive thought, and
Yeah.
I don't know how this would affect your branding, but I'm just thinking it's like we wouldn't do anything actually exotic or erotic. But I'm thinking, what if we went ahead and just claimed our On the Rewind name on Pornhub?
Yeah.
Now that we're not
That
on the
would be.
radio, and I'll just upload our TikTok shit to Pornhub.
It is actually really funny you say that because there is a podcast already on Pornhub.
Okay.
And they do really well, people. They do really good numbers.
I want to see the
And dude,
comments.
yeah.
That's it.
Well, no, it's all regular comments, man. It's
Really?
all regular, and like they're not. There is one where like the girl's showing titty, but the other one, it's like no, it's two dudes. It's just two dudes that are just chilling, like, and they're talking about like movies and stuff like that, and just
Doing
like
what
they're
we
just
do, essentially, shoot the shit.
yeah, yeah. If we videotaped ourselves, we would actually have a cleaner background, better audio.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and then they're geniuses in my mind. They just posted it on Pornhub, and it's just apparently some guys when they're looking around on page 76, they see this podcast and they're like, well,
Why not?
let's take a minute. Let's
We,
take
we, we,
a
we can put it under
breath.
the category ASMR.
Yeah. Yeah, like I don't know how you'd category. Honestly, I'd category it really funnily, but yeah, I don't.
Just all like the hardcore category stuff.
Oh yeah, like the worst. So yeah, the absolute degenerates are in
right,
there just
like
looking.
we'd end up like someone's deep scroll and we're next to two girls, one cup.
Yeah, it's just like that's a decision right there.
That aged us right then and there.
Yeah, yeah, it's funny. That's a game time decision though.
Mhm.
Do I get great quality content or do I watch on the rewind? Anyways.
But I don't know. I just had that intrusive thought when I get there. But yeah, no. Well, I just want to say, like, it's really cool that you've gone and branched that out into like this whole like essentially like an indie company.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank you. Sorry. No, I should say that first. Yeah, it got started really small and it's kind of been interesting to kind of see where it's been. I everyone always asks me where do you think it's going to go, and I always said nowhere.
But do you
Um
have a feeling it's going somewhere now? Because you started doing the filming for the hockey. You started doing. I know that you got the production of the movie. Are you able to slap your on that?
oh yeah. Oh, it's I'm the second name
Oh,
on
that's
that.
awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm right behind the guy that hired me
What was
on.
it? The
I'm
A and Adam that got you that spot, or just your involvement in the film?
oh, just the fact that I've pretty much run the entire physical production. Yeah. Like
Are
the
you gonna
team
get a
that
lot of credits in that then?
oh yeah, cuz they're great guys and they're really creative and all that, but I want to say it was like almost a 50-50 split with tech and equipment that when I joined on, I kind of doubled their library
Okay.
of
Of their tool set for the
of,
production.
of their tools, of their knowledge. It was kind of yeah,
Well,
it
you
was
did
kind
the
of
schooling
cool.
for it. Were anyone else, and aside from I know your partner
Yeah.
is going to schooling for. I don't know if you were in the same classes, this going on to the same curriculum, or if you just had a couple classes that linked together. But
No, exact same class and all that. So to answer your question of was there anyone else, I think that also kind of helps with the crediting because we've brought on a lot of help that has been from our schooling.
okay,
Because in Belleville, especially, there's a lot of students that the pandemic kind of hit hard, and all of a sudden they were just kind of like, "Well, I'm in Belleville. I'm interested in film. I don't know where to go." We were kind of waiting there with open arms, and it was like, "Can't pay you much, but yeah, if you want, you can be on this thing that's like getting
so it's a
made."
passion. So it's almost like a passion project at that point, where it's like it's the humble beginnings for a lot of people.
Yeah,
Or,
I'd say
or
that
like
it.
like maybe 10 years from now, we retrospectively we look at it like that. Hopefully.
Oh no doubt. It's funny. I don't think it's gonna take 10 years. I think it'll be like a month after it's done. I'll be like, there. That was way more humble than I prefer, to be honest,
Would you
because
do it
yeah.
again?
Yeah, no. It's like a 50-50 shot for me
It
because
depends on how you feel about the project itself. The project would have to sell you on it.
yeah, also the fact of I was talking with like the main guy of the production, not the publisher.
Okay.
Um and he said they're gonna have to pay me well to do a sequel to this. They're gonna have to pay me very well because I am so I love he loves the project. He's very invested into it. But like there's been some tough days
Yeah.
because
You always
we're
hear
in
that about
Canada.
like shoots though, how it's like the like how even like a lot of like even known actors or child actors is like, yeah, this set was horrible to be a part of. But the
Yeah,
end
like
result was something that they could all be hopefully be proud of.
yeah, like it's funny because the environment, like the friendships and stuff that I've made throughout this production has been awesome. And it's like a super fun environment and all that. It's actually like just the logistics of it, just the like because I've said before it's a puppet movie.
Yeah.
It has
It's kind of like
been
a stop film animation kind of thing with puppets. It's
no,
not
we're
stop
actually
motion.
getting into stop motion after I'm out of it,
Okay.
which is nice. But like we're in Canada, it's cold.
Mm-hmm.
The things that these puppets are made out of, it's like we call it the hospital because they have to go there after like a couple months in production because they get like they could knock you out if I swung this at your head. They get rock hard, they start breaking, they start getting brittle. Some of the fabric just doesn't stick anymore. Like there's that problem and we're working with like the guys that did it. Like they're pretty knowledgeable. They know what they're doing, but like you can only throw so much at a wall before it starts to crumble.
Yeah.
Like yeah. But so yeah, there's been times where I'm all set up, I'm all ready to go. We got the clapper out, it's ready to roll, and all of a sudden the guy's axe falls off his back. It's like, what? And it goes, oh, we didn't check the composition of the glue. Let's look. And it's like, okay, 1 minute, 1 minute. We just got freshly reapply. Everyone take 5. It's like, okay, well, my battery is set for this amount of hours. Are you going to take 5 or are you going to take an hour? And yeah,
Yeah.
but that's where smoking darts kind of comes in handy because I walk out there, make a lot of great friends smoking darts. Can't ever quit now. But yeah,
Yeah. That's one thing. It's like as someone who's quit, it is very much easier to get along with people you're starting a new job at if you smoke with them.
yeah.
But
I
because I
actually
quit, it's one of those. It's like they're kind of just like, "Oh, good for you," almost like resentful
yeah,
that they're still.
yeah. It's funny. I actually was just talking about this not too long ago. I even if I hated it, I don't know if I would quit. Or sorry, if I could quit, I don't know if I would because I've gotten so many jobs. I've made so many very close friendships just by going out to have a smoke. Like if the
I start picking up
guy that
those
you
verbals.
right? Yeah, the Peaky Blinders ones
Yeah.
do it. Yeah, like if you want a job and you know the guy that can give you that job smokes, like you still have to be somewhat socially inept at small talk, but like if you're outside with a guy for 5 minutes and there's no one else around and you're just smoking a dart, like just yeah, make a comment on the weather. Try and be half funny, but you don't even really have to be. You're stuck out there with each other. You're gonna kind of shoot the
Says
shit.
the guy that
Like
has just that comical, contagious laugh. So even if
Yeah.
you're laughing at your own joke, everyone else is gonna laugh with it because you just got that contagious laugh.
Yeah. Yeah, and I laugh at my own joke a lot, and that usually gets people going. Yeah. But
I
yeah,
like how
I
you're
don't know.
trying to mask the exact laugh because you know the exact one I'm not talking
Yeah,
about.
as soon as you said that, I was like, I kind of gotta stop here. Um, and also, I was kind of in my own head then. I was like, wait a minute, my one advice to people is start smoking. I kind of have to edit myself there.
Yeah, well, this is
It's
this
a
is why
bad
this is the
habit. It's
after show.
awful. Yeah, it is a bad habit. It is
Yeah,
awful, but
yeah,
it has helped me.
yeah. And it's this thing. It's like it's helping you at the cost of the fact that you're smoking while taking a puff from an inhaler. Your lungs ain't as
Yeah, my
good.
lifespan has been
If you had to make a
shortened.
run for your life, if you had to get to that like tall chain link fence, you'd probably just pull it. You get to the chain link fence, pull the dart out, just smoke. It's like last one for good sake.
Yeah, it's like maybe if I look cool enough, you won't kill me. Um,
Maybe that flick it as I.
yeah,
I can run the
exactly.
other way.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, just pretty good question because that actually made me think really a lot. Um,
Yeah, well, I mean, we've done interviews before, and it's just kind of like we've skimmed over this topic before, and I just thought, well, we're on the show, and like I know you said, it's like let's just do a 55-minute show, and we're an
yeah,
hour and
we're on an
10
hour and
with
10.
probably
Well, no,
about
that
2 minutes of edit, like of what's gonna get cut.
yeah, no, that nap really helped your boy out.
For me, it's two rock stars, and I'm in the midst of finishing off the second one.
That's really funny. Well, I do see that a certain friend of ours is on Sea of Thieves.
Ahoy, matey!
Yeah, ooh woo.
You're not editing that out.
Oh God, no, no. A lot of times, the first show, which is really funny to think about, the first show took me. The episode was like 55 minutes, and it took me about an hour and a half to edit.
Mm-hmm.
Cause no, sorry, it took me like 2.5 hours. Cause I would like go through and like edit out every pause, every and I'm like that kind of stinked for one for editing, and two, it's like I don't know, that's
It
just
depends on the big breath. Like if it's like a pot, like if it's a pregnant silence, yeah.
yeah.
But if
Oh yeah,
it's
yeah. There's been times there.
because there's been times where like it's on the tip of your tongue and you're just waiting. Like I don't know
Yeah,
how many podcasts I listen to that like when I first started listening to them, oh they're really good about it, and then I'm like in the car driving, and then there's just a silence. I'm like, did my phone screw up? To hit the pause? Oh it paused. Okay, hit play, and then like a few more seconds, and then they start continuing. It's like because for me it's like a background sound for a lot of podcasts I listen to,
yeah.
but
Also, it's funny when they pause and you're like, "Oh, did I turn down the station?" You turn it right up, and all of a sudden they come
yeah,
back, and it's like, oh, "Okay, all right." But yeah, yeah. Now editing's pretty quick. I keep notes as I'm going through the show and just make
yeah.
sure that we're not swearing too much on the radio side.
I
And
try and send you
also,
the
I've been
timestamps if I do let one slip or if you let one slip.
yeah, and also I do try and add a few sound effects from here and there, and
Yeah. I
kind of try
listening
and
while like because I listen to the episodes while they're uploading,
yeah,
just so I can kind of think of like episode titles, um, things to put in the post if we end up making some
yeah,
side content out of it. But
yeah,
yeah, no, I'm enjoying doing the show, and I was kind of like I don't know, there's like of pregnant pauses. There's a bit of a gap between recording this one and the last one because I think the last one we were it's weird. We got back onto the original schedule because we were late twice. One couldn't be helped just because of the shift work and stuff like that.
yeah,
Oh, speaking of which, um, gave the boss the 2 weeks notice today.
yes.
It went
All
surprisingly
right.
well.
Well, yeah, he's running a sweatshop. He knows people leave.
No, but he was like so we had essentially, since I haven't named the company and I feel comfortable enough to say this, um so there's a shutdown happening at the facility, right? And we're all working the maintenance, so it means 7 days a week, 12 hours for however many
Oh,
weeks, which after 8 hours a day, everything else was considered overtime. We were all looking forward to that. Now we were told, what I was told upon hiring was that was going to be March.
yeah.
And then it got pushed to May, and then it got pushed to June, and then it got pushed back towards May, and now it's officially mid-June is where they're placing it. But for everyone thinking, oh, I'm going to work a month of regular hours, and then it's going to be a grind for 2 months, and I'm going to come out the other side making a lot of money. Because the wage itself, but with time and a
Yeah.
half hooked to every single day,
Yeah.
that adds up. And we haven't got that, so that's left a lot of people disgruntled, and a lot of people have made it known that they're thinking of moving on after this month. They're giving
Oh,
it a month
nice.
and then moving on. So boss man overheard a group of people talking about that, and so then I'm like, all right, well, I guess at lunch I'll go ahead and let him know. It's like, look, this is my 2 weeks notice. I start yada yada this date. At this other job, I wanted to give you the 2 weeks so you're not left shorthanded. And you're just like, yeah, okay. So I'm taking what happened earlier is the perfect icebreaker to be like, hey, I'm doing the respectful thing, giving you some notice rather than you overhearing a conversation. I made sure not to
Yep.
tell anybody I was leaving into the place until after I spoke to him.
Good. A lot of people don't do
But
that.
because and it was funny. It's like I tell him, and not even after like the last break, everyone's like, "So I hear you're leaving."
Oh, I hate places like that.
And I'm like, that got around fast.
God damn
And
it. That's
I
just
feel,
like
and you know
Napanee.
what? It's not even like the boss wasn't angry or nothing like that, but it was weird because like I've put my best foot forward at this company. I've like put the head down and worked, and even the guys that are like slackers are like, oh, a little sad to see me go.
That's
And I was
good.
just
That
kind of
means you
like,
made a good
yeah, no,
impression.
it's just like something like that, and like, I felt bad because this one guy was like, who's been like generally pretty nice. He was just kind
Yeah.
of, he was mopey, like he started being a little mopey, like after I think he was one of the first ones to hear about it, about me
Mm-hmm.
leaving. He's a little kind of mopey, and then he was the first one to say, it's like, so I hear you're leaving after the last break there, and I just like, I guess he liked working with me because he was like always like he'd come around and like, oh, that's a like good job, because like a lot of people they'll be on their phone, do a little bit of shoveling, whereas I'm just shoveling, and then when they know when I'm standing there catching my breath, I've actually worked because the pile is mostly gone.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was interesting. But the job I'm going to be going to is assembling HVAC units. So all the
Yeah.
central
I'm
air that
so
goes into like
excited.
hospitals and stuff like that. I'm going to be getting into
Yeah.
assembling those.
Yeah. I'm beyond excited for you. Just so
It's another
nice.
production job. That's a bulk of
Plus, I get my boy back.
my experience
Mm-hmm.
is just assembling something to drawings or fabricating a little.
Yeah.
But I am a little excited because they're gonna hopefully cross train me on actual fabrication and not just me kind of. All right, well, this needs that piece, and I have this amount of metal to work with. Let me turn that into that fabrication. Now
Mm-hmm.
this is no, we're gonna measure it out, put it through the brake stop and and do all the bending works and stuff like that. Might get a shot at learning all those machines.
God, so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hated this job.
Oh,
I'm not
this one
afraid to
for me.
say it. I hated it. Yeah. It's not fair to me.
What's not fair
You
to
have to
me is
think
that you
about me.
waited my whole entire layoff until afterwards to want to hang out.
Yep. That's your fault.
All right.
That's your problem.
Hashtag you too.
Yeah, that's so funny. All right. I think we are going to call it here. Congratulations on the new job. Hopefully the stuff at the ranch kind of gets sorted
Oh yeah,
out.
I'll hog tie and a feller and interrogate him and threaten him, and after I hear whether if I like what I hear or if I don't like what I hear is going to determine his fate.
Darn tootin'. All right. This has been On the Rewind, a podcast on 101.3 FM Amherst Island Radio, which is local to the Kingston area. And we are also on pretty much anywhere else you listen to podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, the whole shebang. I'm Adam.
I'm Derek.
We're killing it. And this is, yeah, I don't know after that, the send off.
Enjoy the shilling.
Yeah, because I was like,
We're not being
usually we said-
compensated.
yeah. All right. Yeah, buy our stuff we don't own.
Yeah. But actually check out Darkhouse Customs.
Thanks for listening to On the Rewind.